everybody, and welcome back to Loving Your Life with Mama D. And I'm Glenda Davis, aka Mama D. And you're in Mama D's Kitchen. And today we are going to be making an apple pie. My girls have been saying they want some dessert, and I have been holding back because I'm on a healthier lane these days. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and make an apple pie. Apples are good for you. It's only got like a cup of sugar, and I think we'll be okay. Okay, it's not that we eat the whole pie, but we do want to get a slice. Yes, I'm going to be using some Granny Smith apples. I think I probably have about 7, and that's what the recipe calls for. So we're going to use Granny Smith apples. We're going to use a pre-made store-bought per se pie crust. No, I'm not going to be making a pie crust from scratch. I'm going to get one already made. We're going to use sugar, cinnamon, actually I'm going to use some plant-based butter instead of regular butter. And that's pretty much all it calls for, some water. And I got this recipe from Natasha, Cooking with Natasha. She is a real bubbly, lively YouTuber, and she makes some wonderful desserts. I saw this and I noticed that she did a few things a little different from most people. She makes a little sauce first, and I thought I'd try it and share it with you guys, okay? All right, well, let's get to it. And before we do, if you haven't already done so, don't forget to like, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and if you don't mind, leave a comment and share it with someone, okay? All right, come on, let's get to it. To start, you're going to use a medium saucepan over medium heat. You're going to use 8 tablespoons of butter and 3 tablespoons of flour. You're going to go ahead and melt that butter, get the flour stirred in there, and then we'll go on to the next step. And remember, we're using all-purpose flour, not self-rising, okay? Do not use self-rising flour, all-purpose. Okay, let me bring you over so you can see. Okay, it's melting and it's getting really thick. So I'm going to add 1 cup of water and 1 cup of sugar and keep stirring it, whisking it for about 3 more minutes. Okay, let's keep this whisking. Got to bring that to a boil. Okay, it's nice and thick and has come to a boil. So we're going to remove it from the heat and let it cool. Okay, now we're going to peel and core about 7 apples. We're going to end up with about 7 cups. Now that the apples are sliced and in a larger bowl, you want to sprinkle in some cinnamon. I may have put in just a little bit too much, but about a tablespoon and a half or so. And you want to mix them up real good so that every apple is coated with a little cinnamon. And this is going to give it that good old apple pie cinnamon taste. If you want to put some other flavors in, that's your choice, but this recipe only called for cinnamon. So once you stir them up really, really good, you're going to go and get that sauce that we made, and you're going to pour in all the sauce. Make sure you're getting every last drop of that sauce because it's going to give it that little special oomph that Natasha calls for in this recipe. And then stir it up. It's going to seem like it's a little too much sauce, but you just want every single apple covered. And when you get it poured into the pie pan, go ahead and just use all the juice. Don't lack any because it is really, really going to be tasty. You'll need 2 pie crusts, and they do come 2 to a pack. Now make sure your pie crust is at room temperature. Don't let it get too warm because it'll be sticky. And if it's too cold, it won't unfold very good. So once you get the top layer on, you want to do your little edges. And this is one thing I didn't inherit from my mom. She was a pastry lady. I always struggled in that area, but I did the best I could. And then you vent it on top. Then you want to use some whipping cream. Some people use the egg, but I just used a little whipping cream and pat the top of the crust with that so to give it a nice little extra golden brown color when it's in the oven. Oh yeah, Mr. Pat got to come out because Mr. Pat is dripping on my new stove. Oh, you're coming out right now, buddy. I think you had another 10 minutes or so. Let's see what's going on. Okay, looks really good, but that juice started coming all out, dripping in the stove, so it's been in there long enough. I think it'll be okay. I'm going to go ahead and let it sit and cool down for at least a half an hour or so before we attempt to cut it. But it looks good. It smells delicious. Okay, so the pie is out. It's cooled down, and I am ready to cut into it. I wish I had one of those pie things, but I don't. So I'm gonna just have to use this knife. And oh, that crust, got that one nice little crunch. I hope it's cooled enough, and I hope I cooked it long enough. Let's see. Oh, okay then. I left a few apples in there, but we'll get them in there too. Okay, that crust and everything is beautiful. Could have cooled down maybe a little bit more, but hey, I'm ready to eat it. Okay, let me get my fork. Okay, so let's try this. Full of apples. I used all 9 apples. I thought they were small, but Father, bless us who we're about to receive. In Jesus' name. And you don't really have to feel guilty eating this as a dessert because of all these apples. I only put a cup of sugar, even really a little less than a cup of sugar. And I use plant-based butter. So, yeah. You can almost call this plant-based. I don't know about the crust, but it is so delicious. Okay. Y'all know what comes next. It's your life. It's your life. Love it. And make the best of it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and share it with someone. And until next time, honey, God bless you and make you some apple pie. All right? Okay, bye-bye. Mm.